Book of Numbers Study Bible, copyright 2025, all rights reserved. Chapter 20, 1406 BC. The end of Israel's 40-year journey. Then came the children of Jacob/Israel, the whole congregation, into the desert of Zin in the first month. The people stayed in Kadesh. Also Miriam died in Kadesh and was buried there. Israelites complain against Moses and Aaron. And there was no water for the congregation. The congregation gathered together against Moses and against Aaron. The people quarreled with Moses and said, "If only we had died when our brethren died before the Lord, Yahweh. Why have you brought the congregation of the Lord Yahweh into this wilderness, so that we and our cattle would die there? And why did you make us come up out of Egypt to bring us into this evil place? There is no place of seed, of figs, of vines, or of pomegranates, neither is there any water to drink." Note: in Numbers 23, the King James Version uses the phrase, "the people code with Moses." The Masoretic text uses the phrase vayareb, meaning to quarrel. Therefore, to ensure clarity, the SSB will use the phrase, "the people quarreled with Moses." End of note. Note: in Numbers 23, the King James Version uses the phrase for the quote given by the congregation. "Would God that we had died when our brethren died before the Lord." However, in the Masoretic text, the word YHWH is specifically used and is the only name of God that is used in the quote. Also, the Masoretic text does not use the phrase, "would God that we had died," but instead uses the phrase, "velu gavanu," meaning, "oh, that we had died," or in modern English, "if only we had died." Therefore, to ensure the reader understands the exact phrasing of words in the original Hebrew Bible, the SSB will use the phrase, "if only we had died when our brethren died before the Lord, Yahweh." End of note. Moses and Aaron left the presence of the assembly to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces. And the glory of the Lord, Yahweh, appeared to them. The Lord Yahweh said to Moses,
"Take the rod and gather the assembly together, you and Aaron your brother, and speak to the rock before their eyes. The rock will give forth its water. You must bring forth water to them from out of the rock. So you must give the congregation and their beasts drink."
Moses took the rod from before the Lord Yahweh, as he commanded him. Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and Moses said to them,
"Hear now, you rebels. Must we fetch you water out of this rock?"
Moses lifted his hand, and with his rod he struck the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also drank. The Lord Yahweh said to Moses and Aaron,
"Because you did not believe me, to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Jacob/Israel, you will not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them."
In Numbers 20 and 12, the Lord Yahweh makes this statement because he told Moses to speak to the rock, not strike the rock. End of note. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Jacob/Israel quarreled with the Lord Yahweh, and where the Lord Yahweh was sanctified among them. Moses sends a message to the king of Edom. Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom, no name given, saying,
"This is what your brother Israel says. You know all the hardships that we have been through, how our fathers went down to Egypt, how we lived in Egypt a long time, and how the Egyptians mistreated our fathers and us. And when we cried to the Lord, Yahweh, he heard our voice and sent an angel, messenger of Yahweh, and brought us out of Egypt, and behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the outermost part of your border. Please let us pass through your country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway, main road. We will not turn to the right nor to the left, until we have passed your borders.
The king of Edom said to Moses' messengers. The children of Jacob/Israel, Moses' messengers, said to the king of Edom,
We will go by the main road. If I and my cattle drink your water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through your land on my feet.
The king of Edom said to Moses' messengers,
You must not go through.
The king of Edom came out against Moses' messengers with many people and with a strong hand. Thus the king of Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border. Therefore Israel turned away from the king of Edom. And the children of Jacob/Israel, the entire congregation, journeyed from Kadesh to Mount Hor. Aaron dies on Mount Hor. The Lord, Yahweh, said to Moses and Aaron in Mount Hor, by the coast of the land of Edom,
Aaron will be gathered unto his people. Aaron will not enter into the land which I have given to the children of Jacob/Israel. Because you, Moses and Aaron, rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. See Numbers verse 20:12. Take Aaron and Aaron's son Eleazar, and bring them up to Mount Hor. Strip Aaron of his garments, and put them on his son Eleazar. Aaron will be gathered unto his people, and will die there.
Moses did as the Lord, Yahweh, commanded. Moses and Aaron went up into Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. Moses stripped Aaron of his garments and put them on his son Eleazar. Aaron died there on the top of Mount Hor. Moses and Eleazar came down from Mount Hor. When all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, all the house of Israel mourned for Aaron for 30 days.